Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Alan Anthony from Phone Tech at Work, and today we're going to check out the basic camera settings for your TCL 20 Pro 5G. What does it have? What can it do? Just a simple rundown of the settings, nothing too complicated. So let's start the video and show you what I'm talking about. Pow. Alright guys, so the basic camera settings of the TCL 20 Pro 5G. A lot of people don't know what these settings mean, so don't just assume that everybody knows in the world, because I've had a lot of previous videos where a lot of people have been complaining, saying that blah 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 blah. Not even going to go to it. But if you do pick up this phone, or you're thinking about having to pick up this phone, this is the camera icon right here. You just pop that on, and here are the different settings. So you have auto, which is for pictures. This is for video. This is for portrait mode, where you have a little bit of a blur in the background. Super night mode, which is better for nighttime scenery. And you do have the pro mode, which is basically like for your high-end cameras, where you could adjust the ISO, your white balance, your autofocus, and the shutter speed. That should be the shutter speed. All right, so let's go into the more settings right over here. So you have your panoramic photos, which is for basically really wide shots, maybe at like a family picnic, maybe at an event where you just really want that wide angle shot, so you capture the moment a little bit more. Stop motion is basically where you take a whole bunch of photos in a row, and it's kind of like a little mini movie where it plays just like that. Light trace is basically you could take a photo at nighttime and it has that nice little effect where you see like the lines of the light. Pretty hard to explain it, but super macro is when you go really close to like a bug, or even like some type of subject where you can see it in great detail, like a leaf or something like that. But really great feature to have, especially when it has a dedicated mode for it. High pixel is when the camera uses its top lens, which is a 48 megapixels, and you could take the most crispiest shot ever, but I don't believe that you could zoom in it, so that's probably one of the things about it. Slow motion video, that's pretty much self-explanatory, and you have your short video where you can make a whole bunch of little clips from your clips, just like so. All right, this is the rear video, but let's go to the camera first. Let's go into settings. So you have your 4x3. This is the different sizes that you could do. 4x3. The 1x1 is for Instagram, if you want to do that for your thumbnails, just like so. You got that, and you have your 4x3, which is basically, it fits a whole bunch of different social media aspects. But here is your option that you get in this device: 4x3, and you have the high pixel, which I really like. So you can actually set that by default to high pixel. Video quality right here. This does perform 4K on the front camera and the rear camera, but there's no 4K 60 for either or both sides. So we only get 4K 30, 1080p, 30 frames per second, 1080p, 60 frames per second, 720 for 30 frames per second, and for 60 frames per second. Now you have your video stabilization, EIS, you have your AI scene detection, you have your calorie detection, and you do have the definition of those right there, so you guys can pause that and read it for yourself. Dark shot, volume button control, touch to capture, the grid, the storage where you want to have your picture saved. You can save your location information, shutter speed, spirit level, and your watermark. You can leave that on. I definitely like to leave it on so I can showcase what phone that I have currently. And let's get out of that mode. Let's go into video mode. Let's just check that out real fast. Video settings, like I was telling you earlier, goes only up to 4K 30. That's the only option that you get for that. Portrait, let's go over there. Same stuff right there. Nothing too complicated about this device. Up top you have your HDR, which basically kind of adjusts to your lighting situation, so you could leave that on auto, or you could have it on or off. All right, get back into that. You have your timer, where you want to set a timer so you can take a selfie of yourself or whatever you're trying to take and you want to get in the picture. That's exactly what you have. So you have your timer. I don't know why I keep doing that. And you have your flash. You could put it on, off, or on auto. The battery's low on that, so I can't even touch it. And you have your filters. If you need that filter life, if you are about that life, this is what it is. Just like so. Simple filters, nothing crazy. I know that this one right here does like a type of AI thing. This is the Google Lens feature, where you could just highlight whatever is in front of you and it'll try to have a type of result. It says Google Lens uses what your camera sees to find results only while the app is open. So you could do a whole bunch of stuff with that, but that's basically what it is, guys. This is the camera. You have a whole bunch of stuff here. You have a macro sensor, you have a wide angle, so you have a whole bunch of things here. So you could go wide angle, you could do a whole bunch of things. So if you do want to take a picture and if you want to zoom in, let's take off this filter real fast. All right, if you do want to zoom in, you could zoom in up to 10x, just like so. And it does have that macro lens, so you can see this really closely. You can see all the dots and everything on there. Or you could just back up, or you could press that down, just like so. Now you have the super wide angle lens where you see my mess and my sneakers. But that's about it, guys. So if you guys like this video, very simple, nothing too crazy. I do have the shutter off so you guys can see exactly what you get here. But a very simple video. So if you guys like this video, hit it with a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and follow Phone Tech at Work for more videos like this of the TCL 20 Pro 5G and more tech to come. Peace and love. I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.